Episode 3573, Humanize Your Goals.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you have had some restful sleep because you know what? Today's a brand new day. It's Wellness Wednesday. How's your heart doing? If you voted in the U.S., maybe you're wondering what's going to happen. Well, you know what? Take a deep breath. It's time to humanize your goals. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted to have your presence. If you already had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Woo! Okay, so seriously, how are you doing? And I want you to think about it physically, emotionally, from the inside out. Where's your stamina right now? Do you feel like you could fight another fight if you needed to? Or are you like me a few nights back and you were burning the candle at both ends, but you had about 10 wicks and about 5 or 6 were burning? Yeah, I know. Been there, doing that. It's hard, isn't it? And then you lump in all of this stuff called, wait, there's an election. And now it's the day after, and I have no idea when we're going to find out what happens, right? But this is what I do know. No matter what happens, you still get to live your life. Some of it's going to be regulated. Don't know how it's going to change things. But I will tell you this, it's not the end of the world. Okay, it's not. Now, some would argue, oh, but Christiane, World War III and all this, we're not going to go down that negativity here. We're just not doing it because you get the opportunity to create your now. You get to have that opportunity to show up and say, you know what, when I fall down, I can either fall back or I can fall forward. You fall forward. And when we look at our healthy living, I know how challenging it is. Man, that junk food, it's delicious. When you go out to fast food, believe it or not, fast food is junk food. Why? Because a lot of what they make for you is already pre-made. That patty comes already there frozen. So, they're not making it with the fresh ground beef. They don't got the cow out in the pasture and bring it in. No, it's been processed. That's the whole point. It's processed. Now, some would argue, well, Christiane, we go when we get hamburger from the grocery store. Technically, that's processed. Yes, it is. However, when you get it fresh and it's there, you get to decide how you freeze it, where you put it, how you season it, and all of that. When you buy it out, it's already done for you. Okay, they have all the seasonings, all the junk food, all the junk preservatives, all that stuff, the coloring, it's already embedded in it. But I got to tell you, it's delicious, right? And I get it because we live in this world where junk food is ever present. The idea of being healthy can sometimes just feel daunting. We're just like, but I want that over there. And it's so tempting. You can even feel right now with just me talking, you're like, I need a Snickers bar, or I need my chocolate chip ice cream, or I need a Kit Kat, or I need my Pepsi, whatever it is. Maybe you need the chocolate mocha double latte twist with the side of whole milk and a splash of cream. I don't know, something like that. I don't even drink coffee and I'm making that all up. What I'm saying is you might want something that's 500, 600 calories when you really feel like, well, it's only like 112 calories. Yeah, if you drink it straight black, but you put in all this other stuff, where is the goodness? The struggle to resist the temptation of junk, it's a real deal. So when you're trying to do that, try to humanize your goals and live healthy. Right? This is where the concept of humanizing your goals comes into play, making your health aspirations relatable and achievable where you are in your life right now, the season that you're in. Now, I get it. You need a challenge. You need to be stretched a little bit, but it shouldn't be something that is so far-fetched that you don't even want to go after it 2 weeks later. You might be saying, oh, I'm just going to hang out here. I can do this. 20 pounds in a month, I can do this. Do you know on average you lose 2 pounds a week? How many weeks are in a month? Let's just say 4. That's 8 pounds. You want to more than double that? Think about it. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible because I've done it. Yes, I have. If you know my whole story, I dropped weight and I can still do it to this day fast. But is it really healthy long term? I'm going to tell you, no, it's not. It's not sustainable. And that's the exact thing you need to be looking at. And I want to emphasize the importance, too, of aligning your goals with your everyday life. That's the season that you're in. We're going into fall and heading into winter. What happens? Oh, we get to have lasagna. We get the chicken fried steak with the mashed potatoes. We get the turkey dinner and the stuffing. We get all the warm, fuzzy foods. They're just delicious, right? That you just want to curl up on a couch and you want to eat some more and eat some more and eat some more because it is delicious. It's divine. So you need to come down to earth with your aspirations and your ambitions and create a sustainable path toward a healthier lifestyle. That means you get to create your now. You get to say, this is how I want to look like in the next week. Don't go beyond that. Take 1 week at a time. You've heard me say 1 step at a time leads to miles of greatness. Turn it into your health and say 1 week at a time leads to miles of greatness. What do I need to do this week to be successful? What is it? So if you want to live a different lifestyle, you got to humanize your goals. That is your K.I.S.S to keep it simple strategy. Humanize your goals. You don't need to act like you're some robot. You don't need to act like you are the superwoman of eternity and that you can do everything right and nothing wrong. That's not going to get you very far. You're going to struggle and you're going to fail more than you succeed. So what does it look like in real life to humanize your goals, to make yourself vulnerable to what you really want to achieve? Number one, you've got to personalize your approach. Instead of setting broad, impersonal goals like, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to eat clean, lovely, great buzz phrases, try to tailor your aspirations to suit your individual preferences and lifestyle. If you're on the road traveling on the weekends because your kids are in gymnastics, you've got ball happening. If you've got kids in college and they're playing sports, you're on the road, possibly Thursday through Sunday with a few breaks in between. But when you don't have your own kitchen, it's hard to cook and eat healthy. Yes, you can go to these other restaurants, but those restaurants may be so outpriced that, oh, wait, you got to pay for the lodging. You got to pay to get there. You got to pay for the food. And then you have to pay to be in wherever you're going to sit to watch and support your kiddos. All of a sudden now, what you think is only a couple $100, how you normally would live, now becomes $800. And you're doing that twice a month. And you're like, I don't know that I can do this. I get it. So you've got to personalize your approach. What can you do? So let me give you an example. Maybe you're one who enjoys dancing. Set a goal to incorporate dance workouts into your weekly routine. This way, you're not forcing yourself to do something you dread, but rather integrating an activity that brings you joy. If everything is so negative to the goal that you want to get to, how is that going to be fun? I'm working on some incredible things for Create Your Now. I've been kind of on this mission and it is exciting. I've been working with my mastermind and getting some of their feedback. I've been working with some individuals too, and they're saying, Christiane, this is what we really need. This is where I'm at right now. And I really have 2 different audiences, but the way I serve them and as into who they are and how they grow is the same. But they have different ambitions and dreams and goals in their life. And so I need to meet them where they're at. That's what I'm trying to do here at Create Your Now. And so if I sit here and say, well, the only way you're going to get healthy is to sit here and eat cabbage for the next 12 years of your life, would you do it? And most people are going to say, no, I wouldn't do it. And by the way, eating cabbage for 12 years of your life probably isn't a good idea. You don't have a lot of protein in it. In fact, you basically have 0. You're going to be a twig. You may think that's nice, but when you can't pick up your grandbabies, you can't walk very far because you have no muscle to sustain you, there's a problem there. Your health goals should reflect who you are, not who you think you should be. Embrace activities that align with your passions, what you want to do, where you want to be. I'm an ice skater. And so guess what? My winter months are coming. And we have seasonal ice skating rinks. Where do you think I'm going to be? On the ice skating rink. Now, I don't get to do it 12 months out of the year, but I can enjoy it for the brief time that I do have. And I can work up a sweat and love every minute of it. So personalize your approach. Number 2, make room for oopsies. My favorite one. I love this one. These are your indulgences, right? I really want that magnetic draw to the processed food. You're going to the dark side of the world, right? I mean, that's what you want to go to. I get it. It's tantalizing to the taste buds, but it's not good to your gut. You're tearing yourself up from the inside out. No wonder you're crabby at your hubby. No wonder you're yelling at the kids. No wonder you can't get sleep because all you're doing is eating crap food. Depriving yourself of your favorite treats can lead to feelings of restriction and eventual burnout. And you're like, that's it. Throw your hands up in the air. Not because you know how big you are, because you're done. You're finished. My little grandbaby, she is adorable right now. And we'll say, how big are you? And I'm not going to give her name, but we'll just say Sue. How big are you, Sue? So big. And we raise our arms up in the air and we just wave them all around. That's fabulous, right? We can do that. But when we do that, it's what? It's igniting a sensation. You've got to make room in your life for the oopsies, for the sensations, the things that, you're going to be magnetically drawn to, but you don't need to always indulge on them, but you can choose when you do. So instead of banning all indulgences, practice moderation and be mindful in your eating habits. Allow yourself to savor a small serving. Like actually read the container and eat the serving size. Because if you do that, let me tell you, if we just all ate to the serving size, everybody would lose weight in the world, specifically here in the United States. I'm serious. Because what we think of a serving size of 1 is really a serving size of 2.5 to 3, and sometimes even pushing 4. So savor that small serving of your favorite dessert occasionally without the guilt. You don't need to attach the guilt to anything. Because if you do, then it's all about the blame and the shame. And where's that going to get you? Burning the candle at both ends. You're done. You've got burnout. You're finished. And now what? You're back headed in the wrong direction. You're falling backwards, not falling forward. Healthy living is about harmony, not perfection. Enjoying a treat now and then can actually contribute to your overall well-being and satisfying your cravings in a controlled manner. Remember, you can only control you. So utilize that. Discipline yourself while you make room for oopsies. And finally, number 3, celebrate small wins. Break down your ultimate health goals into smaller, tangible milestones. Ones that you can celebrate along the way, whether it's completing a week of consistent workouts, or maybe it's trying a brand new vegetable recipe because you know you need to get more vegetables in your eating. You know you're not getting enough of those. So you're like, okay, I've got to have more vegetables. How can I do this? Acknowledge and reward yourself for each achievement. The positive reinforcement will keep you motivated and engaged in your healthy living journey. Can I just give you a little point here? For me personally, as a woman, who doesn't like to go shopping? So I will set a goal for myself, and it may be just a monthly goal. It could be a long-term goal. But I'm like, how can I reward myself with something that I really want, that I'm going after? And it's got to be a little bit further than attainable. So I've got to reach for it, okay? Reach for the stars. But the reaching for the stars isn't so far that I can't grab on to the star, okay? And it's got to be to the point where I can achieve it, but it's just outside the comfort zone. Because if you stay in the comfort zone, you won't do it. You'll procrastinate. You'll be like, well, if I just have this tonight, and it won't be a big deal if I have this tomorrow night. And then tomorrow night comes and goes, and then you're in the next night and you're like, oh, well, so tomorrow night becomes tonight. And then you're like, oh, well, if I just have this, it's not going to do any good. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, have you started anything? Nope. You've just put off what you needed to do. You've been living in excuse land because you've been enjoying Candyland. Success is not reaching the finish line, my friend. It's about embracing the journey and applauding yourself for every step forward. Every small victory brings you closer to your larger goals of holistic being, your well-being. This is honoring who you are and who you are becoming. You've got to be able to look at yourself and say, you know what, this hard work deserves a pat on the back. So maybe it's a piece of jewelry. Maybe it's a pair of new shoes. Maybe it's another pair of jeans, whatever floats your boat. Maybe it's something for your house, a picture that you've been wanting. Or maybe for me, I love Christmas. So maybe it's another decoration for Christmas. I don't like to spend a lot of money. I'll shop a lot of clearances and sales so I can stretch my budget. But I look at what I want. And then if I know it's almost gone and it's in my budget, I'll go ahead and grab it. But guess what? I won't open it. And I give it to my husband. I say, you have to hold on to this until I tell you I've reached my goal. And I don't lie about it. I'm very honest. Now, I don't have to tell him the goal because he knows. He knows not to ask. Why? Because it deals with my body. And no matter what he says, he's going to be wrong. Men, take a note. Whatever you say is going to be taken out of context. So don't say anything. And so that's what I do. It's like, I've reached my goal. Will you give that package to me that I gave you and I wanted you to hold for me and keep away from me for 6 or 7 weeks? And the cool thing is you probably even forgot you had it. And then you get it and you're like, oh, this is fabulous. And then what happens? It energizes you and you're like, yes, I can get to the next step. That's all you're doing. You're humanizing your health goals and infusing them with your personalization, the harmony that you need in your life, and recognizing that progress so you can transform your outlook on healthy living. It now becomes something that you're thriving on, not just surviving on. So embrace the process. Be kind to yourself and remember that small steps taken consistently lead to significant results. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. My friend, your health goals are a reflection of your self-care journey. So treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer to anyone. Right? We started this week out with the episode, Adventure Starts in the Heart. Well, guess what? You got to live your life inside out. It does start in the heart. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself more so you can love others even better. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.